Hello and welcome to our show, Heart of Gonzaga, Inclusivity on Campus. I'm Kurt Esquijola.
And I'm Dana Marie McNichol-Carter. When people think about Gonzaga University, our tight-knit community comes to mind. We genuinely care about each other, and we want to see each other succeed, but the one thing that makes us stand out amongst all other universities is our dedication to making everybody feel included.
And it all starts with this building behind me, but the John J. Hemmingson Center is much more than just a building. It's the core of the Gonzaga campus. It's a place where both inclusivity and connectivity are highlighted. But it's much more than just that. It's also where the university mission is carried out.
Today we're excited about exploring the heart of Gonzaga floor by floor, expanding on the elements that bring our students, faculty, staff, and the greater Spokane community together as one. Let's go inside and check it out.
Everyone knows the main floor of Hemmingson, but little do people know about what's underneath Hemmingson in the basement, or take advantage of it. Let's explore the basement and see what's getting remodeled and done down there. Soon enough, students of Gonzaga University will experience this space in the basement of Hemmingson as the new student lounge. Sabrina Corey learned about why this new basement student lounge will be an even more inclusive environment than its predecessor.
The transformation of Lower Hemmingson storage space into a new student lounge is underway. Over the past 4 weeks, GSBA has been collaborating with students in order to shape the new design of the student lounge. Gonzaga has always wanted their students to feel included in new developments, which is why they have opened up their Facebook page for student ideas and designs. They have settled on a structural design as well as furniture pieces and design schemes. Gonzaga students are eager to see and experience the new lounge as it will be a Crosby-like environment.
Crosby kind of became that living room of campus almost, so to kind of have a place where you can lounge out on comfy couches and also do group projects and kind of have that community group feel. I think kind of renovating that area is really going to help bring that back a little bit.
It'll be a nice spot for people to go down with friends or by themselves to get things done without the distraction of what's going on the other floors of the Hemmingson.
I know a lot of people have told me that Crosby was a really inclusive student center before and that it was really busy. So I think it'll be interesting to see how that kind of culture translates to the basement.
The new student lounge is expected to be open in 12 weeks, and students will be welcome to experience a new place to study, interact, and gather with friends. Sabrina Corey, GUTV.
When I was a freshman, Crosby Student Center was the main meeting hub on campus. Flash forward 4 years, me being a senior, this new student-led initiative is a testament to Gonzaga's commitment to inclusivity on campus. Joining me next will be James Vare, a member of the new Interfaith Council. Thank you so much for joining me today, James.
Yeah.
So what I guess I want to know a little bit about is what fueled this effort of finding the Interfaith Council? What went into that process?
So the Interfaith Council is actually the result of several students who graduated last year. They're all from different faiths that felt they just wanted to have more conversation around their faiths. You know, it's a Jesuit university, so there's a lot of focus on Christianity, but kind of broadening that because from every religion, there's different spiritualities, and those spiritualities, when you bring them together in a conversation, they can help each and every one of us grow. And increasing our education is vital in this world now. That's global. Thank
you so much, James, again for being with me today. It's been a pleasure, and I hope for the best for Interfaith and all your future endeavors. Hey, Dana.
Hey, Kurt.
Hey, did you know university ministry doesn't limit its roots to our Catholic faith?
I actually did, and University Ministry invites all people of our community, regardless of their religion, to integrate faith into their life here on campus. Now, Nina Braddock talked to a role model that helps students on campus transition into that process.
University Ministry's mission covers all religions on campus.
We're going to help you grow in the faith that you come in with. It's not necessarily about Christian faiths only or Catholic faiths only, that whatever you come in with, if you're Muslim, Christian, Jewish, that we want to help you grow in that faith as best that we can.
Last year, University Ministry created several resident minister positions, a job where students help others on campus grow in their faith, taking Human's mission outside of Hemmingson's walls. This year, there are 4 resident ministers living all over campus. Mary Claire is just one of them, living in Madonna. She was originally wanting to be an RA, but this job felt like a better fit.
Having that synthesis of my faith along with the opportunity to be a mentor and a role model and to walk alongside residents was just like the best job that I could have imagined to come up.
This unique role on campus has been embraced by many students, including all of the freshman girls living on Mary Claire's floor.
Anytime I get a knock on my door living in the residence halls, it's a wonderful little surprise of somebody who just wants to hang out or talk or take some time to pray, whatever it is.
So stop by and say hi to the RMs on campus. As an extension of human, they love to talk about spirituality, no matter what you believe. Nina Braddock, GUTV.
It's really amazing how residence positions within university ministry have made students feel even more connected to their faith here on campus. We have a good idea of what the first floor of Hemmingson is like. Let's go up to the second one to see what that has in store for us. As I'm heading up to the second floor, I have international student Ja Lin, who actually is a work study for the Center for Global Engagement. Now, do you think they've done a good job at bridging the community of international students with the students here on campus?
Yes, we have activity calendars every month, and we just include a lot of activities that both international student and domestic student can participate. And we're trying to create an environment that international student can blend in the local community, and then the domestic student can know more about the international students.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for riding the elevator with me. In our increasingly interconnected world, this office, the Center of Global Engagement, aims to make our large world just a little bit smaller. They believe the way to positively affect the global community is to break down barriers between people and cultures. They nurture an on-campus community of international students and scholars, return study abroad students, and create a campus conversation about what it means to be a globally engaged person. This office is a space where intercultural competence is built and knowledge is formed about the cultural practices from around the world. At this office, you don't have to travel across the world to feel included in a global community. Oh, hey guys, what are you doing?
Oh, hey Dana, thank you so much for joining us on the elevator today. We actually have Alan Parra with us today, who's a freshman student who's been a part of UMEC for 3 months now. So we'd love to hear why you chose UMEC and why you want to be a participant today.
Well, I grew up on the U.S.-Mexico border, Kurt, and UMEC is a place where I can really share my culture with other people without worrying about anybody misunderstanding what I'm saying, because it's a real open group of people.
Thank you so much for riding the Inclusivity elevator with us, Alan.
All right.
The Division of Student Development offers numerous opportunities for students outside of the classroom.
They recognize all students' needs in order to develop their mind, body, and spirit as they're engaging in their academic pursuits.
Under the Division of Student Development, under that umbrella, there are 2 offices that are right behind me, the Unity Multicultural Educational Center and the Lincoln LGBTQ+ Resource Center.
The Lincoln LGBTQ+ Resource Center is part of the Department of Diversity, Inclusion, and Cultural Engagement. It is our goal to advocate and raise awareness for all sexual orientations and gender identities, especially those in the LGBTQ+ community. They do this by hosting a variety of events, like their monthly luncheon called Out to Lunch with Allies. An ally is someone who is not part of a specific community, but finds it important to stand in solidarity with those of a different racial community, religious affiliation, or different sexual gender identities. The lunch tables are a mix of people from the GU community, students, staff, and faculty to come together over a meal to discuss specific topics on the LGBTQ+ community. This office invites anyone to stop by on the 3rd floor of Hemmingson.
The Unity Multicultural Education Center embodies inclusivity in every single thing that they do. They're not only a community for students of color, first-generation college students, the LGBT+ community, but for all students. Every single one of us are welcomed into this office. This is a place that aims to educate and make aware of not only problems that the Gonzaga campus faces, but problems happening around the world. The center is critical for students who feel like Gonzaga isn't a place for them. This is where they can finally feel accepted and truly part of the Gonzaga community. It is an important facilitator that allows for events, speakers, and programs for the underrepresented, just like the diversity monologues that are being planned for this upcoming spring semester. This event is where students are able to share how they feel, their background, and their powerful stories. It is so important that these stories are shared, so we know exactly where our Zags are coming from. We're still exploring the 4th floor of Hemmingson, but now we're going to head over to the Office of Student Involvement and see who we can talk to. Come on. The Gonzaga Student Body Association represents the overall voice here on campus. With elected officials and appointed staff members, they host a variety of exciting events for a diverse group of students here on campus. Today, I have Amanda Hart, the Director of Clubs and Organizations. Thank you so much for being here on a Sunday afternoon. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Well, in what ways have you worked to make the Gonzaga community an inclusive environment as an officer of the clubs and organizations?
Yeah, so I work with all 145 students we have on campus, so that allows me to answer questions and to prompt events and ideas from every single student population on campus, and it also gives me the opportunity to help students connect with one another, so bringing clubs and groups together that wouldn't normally think about collaborating, but I have the opportunity to help them do that, and it's a really cool opportunity.
So do you think there's a place for everyone in this community?
Yeah, I would say so. I think that at times you're not just going to find it. It's not something that's just going to fall in your lap, and some students find it a lot faster than others, but I think that there are so many opportunities and events and groups and just a really good atmosphere for people to get involved and to find their niche, and if they can't find it, we always have the opportunity to make it, whether it's for an event or another club or whatever it is. I think there is definitely ample opportunities for students to find kind of where they belong.
Do you think there's any group or area on campus that's underrepresented that you're excited to introduce maybe next year or get other students excited about?
Yeah, so we have, our enrollment numbers are increasing a lot. So with that, there comes, an increased diverse population. And one thing that I struggled with coming into Gonzaga is that I'm a first-generation college student, and so I think that we're seeing that more and more, especially at Gonzaga, and I think that getting those students involved and really helping them find their place and making them realize that, yes, you do belong here, this is your place, is something that I'm really excited about, and I think that there's a lot of inclusive programming that's going on around first-generation college students that also touches on some of those other underrepresented populations.
And can you touch on a little bit about those programs?
Yeah, so GAB, which is the activities board of Gonzaga, they do all of the event programming. They're really working hard on creating these diverse events that really include everybody. They always have the fun ones like the snow tubing and the movies and all that, but they're really working on these educational programs, whether it be a speaker or panels or a movie screening or something like that. They're really working on creating these programs that can get that education out there and that awareness out there of this inclusive environment that we strive so hard to create. So.
Well, as a senior in your second year on GSBA, what advice do you have for a freshman or maybe a transfer student that's a little bit nervous about getting involved?
Yeah, I would just say go into it with an open mind. Try things out. You don't have to like everything. Just because one of your friends or one of your classmates is really, really involved in something and that they really, really love it doesn't mean you necessarily have to. And I think there is a lot of pressure for an incoming student to say, oh, this is the big thing on campus, that means I have to get involved with this big thing. That's not necessarily true. And because there are so many opportunities to get involved in the smaller things, and help them become just as popular as those big things, I think is really important. So I would say just go into it with an open mind and do a little bit of research and get involved and find something that you are really passionate about and that you really enjoy and run with it. Take it and run with it.
Thank you so much for being here and sharing with this Gonzaga student population about GSBA and how to get involved.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks.
Thank you so much for tuning into our special Heart of Gonzaga, Inclusivity on Campus. It's been truly special walking around and getting to know Hemmingson a little bit better.
This building truly embodies the theme of inclusivity. I'm Dana Marie McNichol-Carter.
I'm Kurt Escajolu.
Have a good night.